All right. I'm gonna. Hi, Alan.
Hi, Alan. I don't see you, so. Hi.
Yeah, there's actually a few people here. I see 5. If you look on top, you'll see like those little eggs. You see them?
Those. Okay, I got those.
All those people are here right now.
Benjamin, Alan.
Yep.
Rosalie.
Mm-hmm.
Annie Jenkins.
Yep.
And you and me.
Yay. Okay. Well, wait. Somebody's calling in. Hold on. Alan, are you actually coming on the air?
It looks like it.
I guess you are. Well, I accepted it, but I don't know if he meant to do that.
We'll find out.
No, maybe not. He might not have the willpower or the web power
The bandwidth.
to do it. The bandwidth. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh no, Alan, I didn't mean to bump you on purpose. I'm trying to get it to work. So don't take it personally.
Christine.
I want him to try. I want him to try again. Alan, if you want to come on, you can try again. But if not, it's okay.
Bad girl.
Oh, be nice. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this for a second. Alan, I'm sorry. If you want to come back, please call in again. Otherwise, can you type something to us so I know what your intentions are, please? What's this right here? Oh, a lot of people looked, I see. Oh. Well, welcome to all the viewers. We're going to start in 3 minutes or so.
All right, Christine.
Just want to make sure.
This?
Yeah.
That's your Civitone.
Yeah.
Sitting in the lab here, it's starting to liquefy.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a California thing. Here, it's always a crystal, unless I touch it with my finger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's not even like it's hot here.
Oh.
You know.
Well, your hands, maybe your hands are warming it up?
Well, no, in the laboratory all night long.
Oh, okay. You know what? I have to find out what the melting point is.
So I can imagine that, you know, when it gets 80 degrees in here, it's instant. It's going to be a liquid all the time. Right.
Oh, Benjamin. I think Benjamin is wanting to join us.
Seems like.
Ben, you need some bandwidth to get on here. I don't know if it's going to work, but we might be able to hear you. I'm just going to let it try. Do you see him trying to come on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a nice photograph of him looking up to the light.
Yeah. Wait, let me see. Ben, can you hear us? Nobody's typing. Hello, can everyone? If everyone can, there's a chat area on the right side of your screen. If you could type in hello or hi. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Can you just let me know that you can hear and see us or see Paul? My face isn't there yet. Please.
Oh, good.
Benjamin, I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. Let me see if I follow you, if that helps. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Rosalie.
Somebody's leaking. Why are we leaking?
Oh, you know, when there's, I love that thing. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, where'd you?
And watching that.
Go ahead, what? Okay, let me put my face back here. Benjamin, I don't know if it's gonna. Thanks, Annie. I'm gonna kick you Benjamin, but you might want to try again. If anybody wants to join us, you can click on or join us with their camera. You can click on that box below, all in box. Otherwise, there's a chat. You can chat with us on the side. If you type /Q before your question, it'll bump over to the left and we'll see it better, so we don't miss it.
Oh.
So, yeah. There's a few, if you actually click that little / where it says send a message, if you click the /, it'll show you all the things you can do. You can ask a question, you can change the topic, you can, or maybe I can. I don't know, what do you see there, Paul?
Well, I just said /Q, and then I wrote hi from PK.
And did you see that go over to the left?
No, it stayed on the right.
Oh, okay, let me see. Let me see what this is. Okay, I hate when I say stuff like that. Oh no, it's just code. All right. Okay, well, it is 12:01. Let's wait one more minute because I had 12 subscribers and I see 8 people are here.
Alex, Alan, Benjamin, Rosalie, Annie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people besides you and I. But I see 8.
There's 8. Yeah. Hi, I can see and hear you, but I'm chilling on the sofa. Okay, that's fine.
+1.
That's fine.
+1.
Can you explain why commercial colognes and perfumes smell so intense and strong? Hi, Alex. Let's see. I'm not sure I understand that question.
Alex, say it a different way. Oh, hi, Timon. How are you?
Oh, Timon's here? Oh, cool. Alex, are you asking why fragrances are so strong in general or certain ones? That's what I guess we're asking. Oh, well, just why in general? Well, I mean, they vary, actually. Can you give us an example of a really strong fragrance, maybe? Because they're, okay. Yeah, you can type in the name of it, maybe we know it. Oh, all over the count. Oh, okay. They're not 100% as far as the juice, the perfumer's juice. That what happens is a perfumer will make, you know, sort of a concentrate and then add alcohol to it and dilute it so that it could be for sale. And I don't know exactly. Paul? Do you know about how much of the fragrance is the concentrate and how much is alcohol? Would that, you have any idea?
They're usually 12% to 18% dilution.
Okay, so yeah, so Alex, it's really it's a dilution in alcohol, and I guess these days, especially, you know, it might be even more than that, depending, or you might be overly sensitive too, because I've you know, it shouldn't be so strong that you can't wear it. Are there have you been to a store with fragrances and you've tried them out and they're all just too strong, or it might just be that you haven't found the right one, you know? Okay, well, I'm going to do an official welcome here to everybody in the room. There's 9 people here. My name is Christine Daly. I own a website, run an online store called perfumersupplyhouse.com. I'm going to see if I can show you just briefly. This is perfumersupplyhouse.com here, if you haven't been there already. And I and Paul Kiler is an award-winning perfumer. His perfumes are called PK perfumes. He's in California and I'm in Connecticut, and together we work together on the website. And actually, Paul encouraged me to open the store because I have some relationships with suppliers and manufacturers, having been in the industry for a very long time. So sometimes I can get things that a lot of other people can't get. I guess that's what sets this store apart from other companies. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got those, Ben.
I'm in southern Riverside County, a little bit north of Temecula. Welcome for a visit sometime if you're around.
He's got a great lab. I was there a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. Oh, he's in Beverly Hills. Well, welcome, Alex. Okay, so I thought it might be helpful. I don't know if everybody knows what we're going to be evaluating today, but we're going to evaluate 10 ingredients in my store, and Paul and I discussed this beforehand. Most of them are somewhat related to each other. So we thought that would be helpful for either budding perfumers or just fragrance enthusiasts, or anybody who wants to know this particular niche. So I guess what we'll do is tell you what we're going to be evaluating. It's going to be a sandalwood type base from Cinnarome called Mysoral. It's going to be Patchoulol crystals, which Patchoulol is a main ingredient in Patchouli. Patchouli oil itself with 65% Patchoulol, that's the third one. We're going to evaluate Clearwood from Firmenich. Clearwood is a natural base that Firmenich made to use. It's very much related to Patchouli. Bois, which is from Robertet, which is sort of how would you describe that, Paul? Is that like Bois is sort of a frankincense
and cedar co-distillation.
And cedar, right. Then we'll evaluate Olibanol, which is the main ingredient in Olibanum. And then a natural Citronellol from citronella oil. And then a few items from Takasago, which is one of my latest categories. Takasago has some amazing ingredients. So we'll evaluate Oxalide, Muscone, L-Muscone, and Sauvignone 100. So I think what we'll do is we'll get started. I don't know how many of you out there have some of these there with you, but even if you don't, I think it'll be educational. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with the Mysoral base from Cinnarome, and I'll talk a little about that, but I'm going to move you over to the page on my website that has a description of it. And let me get that in the screen here. Can you all see that? Is everyone with me so far? Just type yes if you're following along, or if you have any questions. So type yes, please. I just want to make sure everybody's on board. Okay, everybody can read that. I'm going to assume you can if you haven't answered. So, okay, Paul, we're going to start with Mysoral. Now, I have a 10% dilution. I don't know, you're probably doing them neat. Can I assume that?
This is straight.
Okay, so you have it straight and I have a dilution. And Mysoral is a rendition of Sandalwood Mysore. That is Cinnarome's rendition of Sandalwood Mysore, not in its entirety, but the heart of Sandalwood Mysore. And it was actually created as an alternative to a captive from Firmenich, which is called Fursantal. Fursantal. I'm going to type that in and see if you can see it. Fursantal is a captive ingredient. Paul, tell me if this is
No, that's
frontwards or
front.
backwards. Do you see it? Okay. So for Santal is a fermentic
You
material.
can't see the whole screen. We only see a small
What?
part of it.
Okay. The whole, okay. Can you see the word though?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, is it too
I
small?
see it next to the
Okay.
sizes of the bottles. I don't see it at the top of the page.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
move it.
That's fine.
How's that? Yeah. Okay. So, well, the reason I typed for Santal is because that is a molecule that Firmenich uses in a lot of their fragrances that is not available for other perfumes. It's only available to Firmenich perfumers. So what the company Cinerome did was Cinerome said, well, if we can't have that one, we're going to find some and make our own. So they basically put together this base, which is Mysoral Cinerome, Mysoral base, and then a lot of people have. I actually bought a kilo of this and it was gone within 2 weeks. So I'm assuming a lot of people are really getting a lot of use out of this. What do you think, Paul?
I like it a lot. I think it's a really nice sandalwood base. I haven't figured out what longevity is on it, but it is a really nice base. And
do you think it smells like the Mysore? You know sandalwood better than anybody I know.
let's smell it. Let's compare it with my 90-year-old sandalwood Mysore. How about that?
Oh my goodness.
So it's a similar. It's not loud. You know, some sandalwood things like Javanol can be really loud. It's certainly not loud.
Yeah, yeah.
It's quiet and urbane,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know what word to pick.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it seems to have a lot of those resinous kind of notes in sandalwood. It has some of those base notes in sandalwood, although I'm finding it doesn't really last a long time. And my test for that usually is I put these things on a tissue, usually in alcohol. When I make a dilution in alcohol, I like to put them on a tissue, and then it sort of disperses on the tissue, and I keep going back to the tissue and smelling it. It's sort of a method I've used myself, but to test longevity. But it doesn't seem to last quite as long as sandalwood. That's all I'm saying. No, not to me. Not to me. But of course, I don't know what's in this. So, and the price isn't nearly the same as sandalwood. So.
It's similar in intensity. It's similar in not being so loud, like I said. It's a little different. You know, it's not the same. Let's try some of this new Australian sandalwood Santalum album, the one that I just got a sample from.
Okay. Oh, the one. All right. So you got that one from Australia, but it's album, which isn't usually grown there. Oh, okay.
Right. They've been plantation growing it, and I think that Australian is a really good product. I like it better than this version of this old one. It's bright. It's brighter and fresher.
Oh. Okay.
But the Mysoral.
Well. Right.
So comparing the Mysoral with the Australian is a little brighter and fresher. So I would use the Mysoral more as a middle and bottom.
Okay. In a sandalwood fragrance only, or would you try it in something else?
Oh, I would use it wherever I want sandalwood.
Okay. All right. I mean, what would you say sandalwood is notes are compatible with though, as far as is it an animalic kind of an addition, or
Uh,
um, would you put it in a floral
you put in a floral. You
fragrance?
know,
Or?
sandalwood is in Escape by Calvin Klein, and sandalwood is used all over. It's a beautiful
Right.
um, because it's not aggressive, because it's so graceful.
Oh, I see.
You know, it's a perfect, you know, nice smooth thing in the middle and the bottom.
Okay. That's a nice way to describe it. It is very graceful. I like that. I agree with that. Definitely. Okay. Well, that's the Mysoral base. And we are going to move on to Patchoulol. And that is a brand new item. You're gonna watch me type this in here and get it on my website. The Patchoulol crystals are from Ventos in Spain. That's where I get them from. And they are 99+% pure. So, Paul, you have a question there.
Oh, all right. Very good.
Okay, so we're going to move on to Patchoulol, and the Patchoulol is the main component, or one of the key components, I should say, of patchouli oil, Indonesian, or actually probably any. But this most recently became available, as far as I know, in this purity, because I know Ventos has been bumping it higher and higher, and now they're able to offer this at 99+%. It is very sweet and woody and powdery, and it also, and I have a kilo here, and I stuck my nose in the drum, and it is actually very camphoraceous, more so than I expected, but that's in a very large quantity. If you dilute this and use it, it's actually much softer and gentler, and that camphoraceous note doesn't quite come through when you make a dilution, when you use it at a smaller amount. Now, I had put some of this on my little tissue here, and I diluted it to 10% in alcohol, and then I put some drops on the tissue, and it's been here. I did this actually this morning around 8 o'clock, so 4 hours later, it's still here. So it's actually it's got some staying power.
Oh yeah, it should last a long time.
Yep, yeah, that's right. That's not unexpected. That's true.
A long
I'm going to
time.
type in here. Now, if anybody out there has tried the Patchoulol, it would be great for you to share your experience with it if you've had a chance to work with it. Again, I think it's found in quite a few fragrances, including Aventus by Creed. I know there's a lot of people out there who like Aventus. What are you doing over
it
there,
out
Paul?
for us to smell, for me to smell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you putting it in alcohol? Okay, I'm going to re-dip mine on a blotter. Is there anybody out there who's not a perfumer, who's just sort of watching out of curiosity? And you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'm just curious if there's people out there who are not perfumers, because I'm using some language that might be unfamiliar to people. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. No, I guess everybody's a perfumer. All right, so I'm gonna put this on mine. Now, Annie, Annie should Annie, you should have this one at 10%. I believe I put it in alcohol for you instead of DPG because I'm not sure though. You're just starting out. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad you're. Are people smelling these with us, or is anybody smelling these with us? Oh, okay. Awesome.
So I just put this up at 50%.
Okay. Yeah, 50% is good. 10% might be a bit low because it does come out and punch you in the nose.
I don't normally dilute crystals, just put them into the concentrate raw. Absolutely.
Really? Wow.
I don't ever dilute crystals.
I'm waiting for my alcohol to dissipate here. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I thought I did that because it wasn't going into solution into the DPG really well. Oh, you're welcome. So yeah, it does have that powdery, earthy note in patchouli.
Well,
Paul, what do you think?
It's of course it's the essence of patchouli, but it's without all the dirt. It's so much cleaner. You know, growing up in Los Angeles here, my grandfather had some shops out on a boulevard and rented out some of those shops and had his business in the other. And so one of those shops was a head shop. So you can imagine, you know, posters and incense and all that, Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff of hippie LA.
Mm-hmm. And this brings you back, huh?
Well, it's a clean part.
Well, you know what we should do though? Let's dip the patchouli and compare them maybe. You think that would okay, let's do that
even
because
this patchouli is really clean too.
The one that we have coming up here, 65%.
The MD.
Yeah, that's it's a nice product. It's actually an Indeso product. It's manufactured by Indeso in Indonesia, and Ventos is a distributor.
I didn't realize that because I went to go visit Indeso. You knew that, right?
Oh yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I think we may have talked about that in the past.
So this has more dirt to it, but it's still very nice. It's my favorite regular patchouli.
Oh, good, because you know Ventos. How did the patchouli? Okay, yeah, the patchouli. It's funny because when Alan asked a question, it's almost like you just answered it, and then he asked it like you're on the same wavelength. So, patchouli oil has more of the dirt than the Patchoulol crystals. The crystals are clean and gentle and not.
The Patchoulol is only one molecule, so yeah, it's going to be clean because it's only one thing.
Yeah. Oh, he wants to know how it compares to the 65 as opposed to patchouli oil, standard patchouli oil, which is more like 35-40% patchouli.
All right, so you want to compare 65 with something else, with the real
with the crystals, No, he's referring to comparison between the crystals and the oil 65, right, Alan? Yeah.
So the Patchoulol, the crystals, which is patchouli alcohol, by the way. So what's left in the 35% in the of the patchouli oil is a little more earth, right? A little bit more camphor, and certainly more molecules to stimulate your nose, to dirty it up. Not dirty it up, but add more things to smell.
Right. Well, patchouli oil has hundreds of chemicals in it, and this is just one of them. Patchoulol or patchouli alcohol is just one of the hundreds of things in patchouli oil, so that they would be actually quite different. But if you want to boost the earthiness, woodiness, maybe you'd add more Patchoulol to your composition.
Would the crystals come closer to Clearwood? Well, I have Clearwood right here.
Ah, yeah, let's try Clearwood. See, they're all related. Let's try Clearwood, which I think is even, next on my list. Okay,
so here's my story. Story for Clearwood.
Go ahead.
So I was at the Natural Products Expo in right after your meeting that you were here for, Christine.
You were in Las Vegas, you said? You're cut off there.
No, your chemistry meeting, right?
Oh, yeah. My flavor meeting.
And so I was talking with Bob at Liebermuth. Bob, the president. Forget his last name. Brown. And he was saying that Clearwood was created as a patchouli substitute because the industry was tired of the patchouli producers mucking with the price. So the price would go up and down 40%. And so, driving buyers crazy. So he thinks it was just made to eliminate the craziness.
What do you think of, but to me, and maybe it's just me, but do you think Clearwood smells a lot like patchouli? I mean, patchouli is so complex.
No, it's not as complex. I don't think it was intended to be a straight substitute. I think it's meant to be a patchouli note that you can use instead of regular patchouli.
Okay. I mean, it actually is a natural base. It's very rare to get a natural base, and this base is considered natural. So it is something you can use in a natural fragrance. Not quite as strong as patchouli, but well, actually the description on the website, the way Firmenich, who's the manufacturer, describes it, is a soft and clean version of patchouli without much of the dirt notes. And then there's a comment there too from a master perfumer that says, intense and long-lasting woody note, but at the same time light and transparent. It differs from other dark woody notes by its simplicity and cleanliness and great versatility. Lends itself in every conceivable type of product. Boy, he's really a marketer. He's not a perfumer. I lost your audio, Paul. Oh, wow. It's really quiet. But I want to say this is a very, very popular item in the store. So people are finding it to be very useful.
So Citronellol says that Clearwood has Patchoulol content of 30%.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Timon. I didn't know that, actually. So the dirt in patchouli is similar to geosmin. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the same kind of dirt because geosmin is more, it's more wet soil kind of dirt, and patchouli dirt is it's different. It's definitely different. Have you compared? What do you think?
I
Paul?
would. It's not the exact same dirt of geosmin. I would have to pick out my dirt basket here and see which one I think it's the most similar to. Can you imagine me having a basket of dirt here?
Yeah, I could imagine it. Having been there and looking all around.
My basket of dirt.
Basket of dirt. That's a lot of dirt in there.
It's a lot of dirt. Well, that's the cypriol mushroom and dirt. But
okay.
I'd have to look at the terrasol and the terranol and the geosmin and whatever else is in here.
Ethylfenchol. Yeah. But geosmin is very unique. The geosmin is very unique. And a very, very little bit goes a long way. So if you use geosmin, you're using 0.0001% maybe, or less. Right. It seems to be, it's very unusual because even if you dilute it, it sort of doesn't lose its strength for some reason. But this is Clearwood, patchouli oil, and patchoulol, or patchouli alcohol, all together. And all of those have their place in fragrances for sure. And I do sell a lot of these.
So I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but Island Aromatics, what was his name? Alan.
Alan.
So Alan asked if the crystals come closer to the Clearwood, and I'm sniffing the both of them together, and yeah, they're not so far apart. They're really pretty close.
Well, I guess what we're comparing is, hey, Timon, do you know if the 30% Clearwood is because of the Patchoulol content in standard patchouli? I mean, that's about 30% too, right?
Usually.
Yeah. So we're basically in these three, we're comparing 99% Patchoulol, 65% Patchoulol, and 30% Patchoulol. But with those last two, there's other stuff around.
Yeah. The Patch 60, the most amount of extra molecules that are kind of dirty, if you will. A little more medicinal as well. The Clearwood doesn't have the medicinal qualities.
Okay. Yep, I mean Clearwood is just, and it's very inexpensive, which is.
And how can it be so inexpensive if it's got 30% Patchoulol? It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Well, Patchoulol actually, Patchoulol isn't. Well, it is very. No. It isn't cheap.
And I don't think they are making Patchoulol. They're only refining Patchoulol from patchouli. That's all I know.
That's right. Yeah, no, that's the way it's obtained for sure. But by the way, all three of these are natural. I know there are people in here who are.
And I hadn't heard Clearwood was natural. That's amazing. That's a great thing.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed. Okay, we are going to move on to Bois d'Amsons, which is this one here. Let me get that up for you because my French isn't.
Mine isn't either. I took 3 years of Latin, so you can imagine my French.
Well, I'm from Jersey, so my French isn't going to be.
Your French is longshore French.
Franglish, yeah. Yeah, I grew up around the the Italians, so it's sort of an Italian French. Okay, so let's scooch this into here. Bois d'Amsons, natural again from Robertet.
I love this stuff.
This stuff is incredible. It's olibanum and cedarwood, a co-distillation.
I bought a kilo of this before you started selling it.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'm selling it because of you.
Yeah, you are, because I told you to buy it.
Yeah, this is how we operate here. Okay, let's see. Where is my Bois d'Encens?
This is starring in my new perfume debuting next weekend at the AIX Scent Fair.
Starring. Bois d'Encens.
My Vincent Van Gogh perfume, Starry Starry Night.
Oh, I love that bottle. Here, let's show a picture of it. Hold on, let me get back to this. Let me cut back to me. We got a big production going on here. Let's see. Peak. I need a crew with a boom mic. Let's see. So, tell me about where you're going to be, Paul?
The Arm & Hammer Museum in Los Angeles next weekend for the Scent Fair, AIX Scent Fair.
Mm-hmm.
I threw it all over Facebook Thursday when I said I was debuting my fragrance there.
Oh, yep. No, I just wanted to let the people in here know, so because there's people who live near there on our chat here.
Alex, come on out. Make sure you come out, okay?
And I'm going to show everybody Paul's website. And
that's even live. Amazing.
Yeah.
Can't see much of it, though. Just the banner.
No. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. Yeah, it doesn't give you the whole thing, I guess. All right. So I wanted everybody to see. This is Paul's website. I'm going to give you the top of it so you can see.
Fooms.
Fooms
takes.
What? What did you just say? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, anyway, that's Paul's website. We're going to go back to Bois d'Encens. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stretch this out so everybody can see. I'm going to get rid of this picture. If you have a sample of it, I'd love to know what you think. Is that put on by IAO?
Yeah, it's
Paul?
between the Arm & Hammer Museum and IAO, yes. Institute of Art and Olfaction.
Okay, so here is a description of the Bois d'Encens. It is a co-distillation of olibanum resinoid with a Virginian cedarwood oil, and the cedarwood oil generates some molecular reactions in order to modify the composition of the final product. Okay, so that sounds like they're making an excuse for something. But it's a beautiful, beautiful oil. It's powerful. It's very olibanum-like, but it's got this balsamic dry down, which I totally agree with in their description.
I just checked my formula. It's at 5% of my Starry Starry Night.
Wow.
I love this stuff.
Tell me a little bit more about. Tell me more about why you love it so much. Is it what is it? I mean, is it long lasting? Is it, what are your thoughts?
Well, parts of frankincense that I really like are often both the terpy top notes and the bottom notes, and how to make that last so long. When I first started perfuming, one of the teachers I had told me that frankincense lasts forever. Well, there's so many different aspects to frankincense that I didn't really find that always to be the case. And often the top notes were what I really liked sometimes. And so what I like about this frankincense co-distillation is it's got a blend of both top and bottom. And there's not this, there's not any sharp transition. It's just a beautiful, smooth product. Again, I'm going to use the word graceful because I like it. I think it is graceful.
Yeah. Are you getting any of the cedar wood?
Yeah, the cedar wood
Notes?
works perfectly with the frankincense. Pushing it out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really got its own personality.
We got a sample from Robertet, from the Robertet dealer several years ago, and I just fell in love with it so much. And I told I was going to buy a kilo, and everybody couldn't believe I was going to buy so much, but it's just so nice.
Yep, Annie said that she's not a cedar fan, but she likes this one. So yeah, I agree. I'm not crazy about cedar necessarily, but I don't really get it in here. This is to me more olibanum like.
So Annie, what cedar are you smelling?
That you don't like? Okay.
Annie, are you there?
Oh, you mean Virginian or Texan? Are you asking that, Paul?
Yeah.
Is that what you're? Can you talk about cedar? I mean, do you have preference yourself?
I've got 3 baskets of cedar up there.
Oh my gosh. Are they? I mean, cedar is really mostly found, or the oils from America, right?
No, not at all. I have cedar from Texas.
Well,
and Virginia.
Yeah.
I have cedar from China and Japan. I have cedar from Alaska. I have cedar from Nepal and the Mediterranean. And then I have cedar of Lebanon too. So I don't like.
Really?
I just don't like. Never warmed up to the cedar Atlas or the cedar from Nepal or Himalaya. That's a little better. But I've just found some cedar absolute, cedar Atlas absolute that's nicer. And but I like the Chinese Thuja occidentalis cedar because it's smoky. I like that. I use that a lot. And I use the cedar Texas a lot too. That's lovely stuff. The cedar Virginia smells more like pencil shavings, of course.
Yeah.
The Western red cedar, it smells more like a redwood fence kind of a thing.
What do you think of the cedar Atlas from Robertet, the heart? Have you tried that one? That one.
Sorry, I gotta unbear it.
No, that's okay. I actually want to see. I sell that, but I want to see which that's made from.
I put the cedar Atlas way in the back because I don't like it. I hide it.
You hide things you don't like, Paul? Have you seen someone about this?
And I have and Spanish cedar too. I've been trying to get Spanish cedar essential oil for 10 years.
Wow. Wait, I'm gonna flip over to this page here. Cedar. This is cedar Atlas. This is not part of our evaluation today, but we're talking cedar, so I wanted to see. Oh, this is from Cedarwood Atlas. Okay, I was wondering where they got it from.
So this is the Cedar Atlas Heart from Robertet.
Cedar Atlas. Oh, Alan had a question about this, Paul, if you want to take a look.
So Annie, you have Texas, Canadian, Virginian, and Western red. So, Annie, what is it you don't like about them? Oh, the Cedar Atlas Absolute. Let's see if I can find the Cedar Atlas Absolute for you. I didn't look for that. Sorry.
Well, while Paul's looking for that, I wanted to show everyone something he turned me on to here. Hold on. This, look at this, everybody. This is a blotter holder that Paul showed me from Amazon. It's called a Sputnik Note Memo Holder. Oh, see, you have it too, of course. You have two of them, right?
4 of them.
Yeah, and what's really great about these guys is if you go on Amazon and search for Sputnik Memo Holder, these extend like 12 inches. Look at it. This is the best. I love this thing. It's a little ball. It's a paperweight too, and it also holds some of these guys here like this. You know. So you could evaluate like 5 things at the same time. Anyway, back to cedar. Sorry, go ahead.
So I just put up the Cedar Atlas Absolute. I've got it at 50% in alcohol. Sorry, I'm right here. What it is.
No, go ahead. Take your time. I'll put the link up to that thing just in case.
Comparing the Cedar Atlas Heart and the Cedar Atlas Absolute. Well, the Heart doesn't have hardly any color. The Absolute has color. You can see the difference there. The gold is the Absolute. So the Absolute is the Absolute is much closer to the regular Cedar Atlas oil, which is what I don't like. The Heart has removed that part I don't like. I like the Heart a lot better because I don't like the Cedar Atlas essential oil really.
Right. Do you find that this cedar, I put the link there for that thing holder if anybody cares about it. But do you think that the Cedar Atlas Heart is weak? Is a weak product?
Do I think that?
Or is it just the character you don't like? Yeah, do you think that?
I haven't really looked at, because I don't really like Cedar Atlas, I haven't really looked at it very hard. I have to admit.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
And so
fair enough.
Smelling it, it doesn't have the things I don't like about Cedar Atlas. So from that respect,
okay.
It's worth my attention.
Yeah.
And I'll look at it again. It's funny, when I was talking with one of my sales reps from a couple of places, now he's retired, I asked him one time, what the heck do people use Cedar Atlas for? Because I hate it. And he said, no one knows. So even the sales rep said nobody likes Cedar Atlas. So I don't know what it is about it. It's sold all over the world, and I haven't figured out what it's good for. What do you use it for? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, maybe it synergizes. Maybe it just works with other things, and it's not basically your main focal point. But Ben had a question about what a heart is. Do you want to address that? The heart part of a.
So the heart would be something that they have distilled the oil, and they've decided what molecules they do and they don't want. And so what they've done is they've taken off those things I don't like, the top notes I don't like, and they've done a fractional distillation. So they know when certain molecules come out of the oil at a certain time in the distillation process, and they let those come off first, and then they take it out of the way, and then they put in the new beaker, and they let the molecules they want go in that beaker, and do it that way. They do it. It's a double distillation, so they distill all the oil first, get it all out of the wood first, and then they distill it again, and they know when to pull the beaker out, and then put it to catch what they want to catch.
Yeah, they just catch the middle fraction of an oil, basically. Yep, and they discard the tops and the bottoms, more or less.
Haven't tried Cedar Texas Heart by Robertet. I'm buying Cedar Texas from the people that make Cedar Texas oil, so I'm buying their stuff. So I don't know the Robertet version of it. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay, we're going to move on to Olibanol. Olibanol is a natural product. So far, we've done all, except for the first one, we've done all naturals. The Mysoral was not natural, but the rest have been naturals. And this is a key component of olibanum, or frankincense. Olibanum and frankincense are the same thing, in case some people don't know that. So we could call this frankincenseol too.
Boy, that's
no, just kidding. That was a bad joke.
And I had been trying to get Olibanol sample from Robertet for at least 6 years.
Paul.
Yes, I know you sell it.
No, I'm saying I could send it to you. But why are you having trouble getting it?
I've been trying to get Robertet to respond to my emails and my website inquiries, and they never did. So finally, finally we got a rep on the West Coast, and finally they paid us some attention. But you, the magic queen of obtaining material, you just walk in the door and say, "Hey."
Well, I'm a Jersey Italian, so I'll just let that lie there. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so Olibanol, I'm pulling up the page on the website. Timon, we're going to I'm going to get a sample of the Cedar Texas Heart and share it with Paul because of your recommendation. All right, Olibanol is a natural from Robertet. It's taken from the oil. And just a moment, I'm going to do a little cut here. Okay. So this is soft balsamic, a constituent of frankincense, Boswellia carterii. You say it? Carterii. Somalia.
Co-distilled with TEC. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. I don't know. I've not seen a co-distillation take place.
So
I've seen many distillations.
This is from Robertet, so it's not a base. It's not a single molecule.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get a data sheet on this because that should tell us.
It's too complex to be a single molecule anyway. It's a natural extraction.
Well, it could be a fraction. It could, it's a fraction. Is the way I'm gonna. Yeah, the way I'm going to describe. I just want to see if I know what the percentage of Olibanol is actually in it. Let me see. No, I made it 10%. Would you consider this to be a powerful chemical? Oh, I think I have the straight
I just put it on the strip straight. I don't think it's powerful. I think it's frankincense. It's a really, really nice frankincense. It's smooth.
Right.
No, it's typical Robertet smooth.
Yeah, right. Let me see. Okay, I have it neat here too. Well, I guess, oh, here's the data sheet. Hold on a second. Let me see if I could pull this up. I mean, the MSDS is nowadays are supposed to have the composition, or at least, yeah, they're supposed to have the composition listed, believe it or not, unless it's extremely proprietary. This is the odor of church to me. You know, like a Catholic church. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is what I smell.
It's lovely.
Well, yeah, it is. Boswellia carteri, and trying to see if the spec sheet has
so
this
comparing the
information.
Olibanol and the Bois incense wood. Sorry, my French is terrible. Whoever speaks French. You know, after smelling the Olibanol, yeah, I pick up the cedar out of the incense wood.
Ah, okay. Yep. Checking the MSDS here too. Let me go over to that. Maybe somebody else will see it. Let's see.
But the Olibanol has that beautiful terpy quality that I love so much in frankincense.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The frankincense Boswellia sacra had been my favorite frankincense, but it's hard to find.
Oh, really? Okay, it's not there either. All right, I'm going to find out what the percentage is of Olibanol.
Olibanol is a beautiful product. I love it. I'm so glad we're talking about things I love this time.
Yay! Well, you did help me pick these. Timon said he bought some from Proxisante from France.
The Olibanol?
No, we're going back to Cedar, Texas from Robertet. That from Proxisante. But the prices. Okay, well, let me see what I can do about that, Timon. Maybe I could get it cheaper for Alan too. Yeah, Olibanol. I don't know. I love it. I love this one. Good quality. I don't think anybody else has that. Do you? I don't think so.
No, I mean,
all right.
Anybody else sells Olibanol?
No, not the Robertet. I mean, anybody else makes it.
I'm not aware of anybody else.
Right.
No. It's been on the price list for Robertet for as long as I've been looking at the Robertet catalog, and I hadn't seen anything else.
Okay.
When I first started out, I thought Olibanol was, I thought Olibanol was the heart, the the deep dark essence of frankincense. I thought it was almost this secret ingredient, but I guess it's not. It's just a smooth distillation of frankincense.
Yep. Great. Okay, so we're gonna take a right turn here into Citronellol.
Olibanum Coeur. Who makes that?
Olibanum Coeur. Oh, I think
Let me look, see if I've got some.
Yeah. Let me see. I have that one. I'm not sure. Hold on. Before I speak.
Don't squeak.
Olibanum Coeur. Don't squeak. Wait a minute. Olibanum Coeur.
Simone, I'm sorry. I don't think I have any Olibanum Coeur here.
I haven't. I think personally, I think it's way more complex. You have it? Yeah, good. Okay. It's very spicy. Yeah, I was going to say spicy. The website also says spicy incense. I don't think Olibanol is spicy like this.
Christine sent me a 10% dilution, so I have to compare 10% to straight, but we'll see what they smell like.
Right, Simone. Yes, we were saying Olibanol is more of a fraction, and maybe I should make that more clear on the website.
The Coeur has quite a bit more top note to it. I don't know, peppery, spicy, I guess. Yeah, you were saying spicy, weren't you?
Yes, it's definitely more spicy.
It's got the
more complex.
Top notes too, a little more than the Olibanol. Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Alan, I'm sorry. I just want to address one thing here, Paul. I don't think Olibanol is a blend. I think it's a distillation. I think it's a fraction. It's not a blend, right? Would that be correct, Paul? Do you see what Alan wrote there? Island Aromatic?
Blend of the EO and the resinoid. Well, it's Olibanol is not one molecule. It's different. Maybe a co-distillation. Right. Yeah, I could certainly. I can easily see that Olibanol has the deeper side, right? And the
Coeur, I agree.
The Coeur has more top side. So yeah, I could see that the Olibanol was a blend of the EO and the resinoid. And it makes a really nice, smooth product.
Yeah, they do. They work very well together.
Has more of the top notes. Yes, absolutely. And so I imagine that which I like better. Somebody asked. Simone, you asked which do I like better. Yeah. I think it's how you want to use it. What your plans are for it and how it's going to come out in the scent. If you were gonna make a frankincense church scent, you could use the Coeur and then put in the resinoid for the bottom too.
Oh yeah. And what about the is it the crystals I have from Vigon? Let me see.
What's that?
Hold on. I think they're Olibanum resinoid crystals. Oh, that's ground up. It's like
that's just the resin. That's just the resin.
That's just the resin, but in crystalline form, right? Yeah, the resin. Yeah, it is just the resin. You're right.
But it is.
Yeah, but it's lovely. I mean, I love it.
I think it is processed because it's that's not what frankincense raw resin looks like. They must have removed some of the waxes from it.
Oh, I see. In order to make it into like a flowable crystal or pulverizable crystal, right?
I regularly, I use frankincense resin and dissolve it into alcohol, and I use that waxy part to, be part of the fixative aspect of it. But this Firmenich Olibanum resin is just the resin without the wax.
Okay. I could buy that. All right. Anybody have any questions about Olibanol or frankincense? Paul is a frankincense expert too.
PSH is selling. Right. Oh, sorry. Sorry, never mind.
Yes. No. That's okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on now to Citronellol. Citronella oil. That's a natural isolate from Advanced Biotech, actually, where I got it from. They did not make it themselves, but I don't buy much from Advanced Biotech because I like to buy from manufacturers. So Citronellol, excuse me, from Citronella is next.
And it's quite lovely. Yeah.
Oh, you like it? Oh, good. Yeah, I don't actually sell much of that one, and I don't know if it's because it's citronella is not a very desirable thing for perfumery. I mean, because it's mosquito. People use it for mosquitoes or something. I don't know. That's my own rationale. But I'd love to know what other people think of citronellol or citronella.
Well, citronellol is a major player in rose fragrance.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, does this smell too much like citronella, or do you smell?
Not at all.
No. Okay. Yeah, it is
rosy. I'm going to compare my citronellol that I bought at Perfumer's Apprentice.
Okay.
To.
Let me see if I can find the
It's natural.
the purity. Do you know? I don't know if we get it at the same place though.
What do you mean?
I don't know if we both have the same source. Me and Perfumer's Apprentice, Advanced Biotech.
They're
is it possible?
Theirs is natural.
No. Okay.
It's just a molecule. It's classed as a synthetic, I guess.
Oh, okay. So you're comparing synthetic versus natural. Okay, got it. I'm going to see if I know that I can get the purity, because usually natural isolates are not anywhere near 100%. Because they're fractions. Right. Let me just go to Advanced Biotechs. They may have the paperwork there.
And I do like the natural extraction. It's got a few more molecules to it to give it more stuff. A little sweeter.
Yeah, it's got some complexity. Gee, I wonder how it compares to the Takasago L-Citronellol, which is also synthetic, but more pure.
It's right here.
Do you have it? Okay.
I bought a kilo of it from Takasago.
Oh, okay.
So the Levo is cleaner, brighter than the regular
Mm-hmm.
citronellol, synthetic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to see. I mean, advanced biotech doesn't tell us what the pure. Oh, there it is. 95%. So it's 95% natural citronellol derived from the citronella
What's the rest? Does it
oil.
say?
No, it's a fraction. So I would say it's probably a bunch of
Yeah.
things. You know. Yeah. So I'm gonna here. I'll show everybody what I'm looking at here instead of you seeing my eyeballs. All right. So here is the specifications for what we're smelling, and see if you see on the bottom here. Oh, I can't point. Oh, maybe I can. Here. I'm gonna use my little drawing tool. Ready? Oh wait. Hold on. That didn't work. Oh, okay. Well, I highlighted it there. You see.
We see boiling point.
Oh, no, wrong one here. All right. There we go. Assay.
Yeah, 95%
the assay.
min.
Yep. So that is the purity of the citronellol. So Annie, do you like this one? It sounds like you do.
Talking to me.
And Ben recognized it. No, Annie was writing. It doesn't smell like citronella oil.
No.
And I guess it would be very useful for natural products, like you know, if you're making a natural fragrance, or if you are making natural cosmetics, it would be a good addition for that. I'm going to go back to here. So this is it on my website.
So the difference between the levocitronellol from Takasago, the regular citronellol from Perfumer's Apprentice, and citronellol X citronella from Advanced Biotech PSH, the difference between the citronellol and the levo is that the levo is a little cleaner than the regular citronellol, a little cleaner and a fresher, brighter. Small amount, not a big amount.
No interference from anything else, I guess.
Then, because it's only one side of the molecule, right? The levo.
Yes. Yeah. One of the enantiomers. Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Really?
Enantiomer?
I've never heard anybody say that, so I don't know how to say it.
Oh, here, let me type the word.
Heard, but I've never heard anybody say it, so I was trying to learn how to say it.
Oh, I see.
Enantiomer. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The citronellol, natural X citronella, it's a little more rosy. It's a little fuller than the regular synthetic molecule. So it's not that it's dirty.
Okay.
It's not dirty. It's just a little fuller because it's got 5% other molecules in there that are filling it out. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like a fraction, but a very concentrated citronellol fraction.
You know, the benzyl acetate and the benzyl acetate natural that Perfumer's Apprentice sells. The Perfumer's Apprentice benzyl acetate natural is not as harsh, and it's much more beautiful and graceful than the straight benzyl acetate. So the difference here is similar in that the natural has more stuff to it that helps it fill it out. I am smelling a little bit of the citral from the citronella. A tiny bit of the citral from the citronella. So it's got a tiny bit of lemony to it.
Oh yeah. No, you know what's interesting about this? Actually, when I was learning how to make flavors, I went through this whole classical training about how to make flavors. which took 7 years. But when we got to geraniol and citronellol, it was very interesting how half the population thinks citronellol is lemony and half thinks it's rosy. And the same for, well, not so much so for geraniol, but citronellol in particular is a very subjective thing. I smell most and very little rose.
Mm.
But you seem to smell mostly rose, right?
Well, it might be just you know, in the evaporative curve, because I smelled mostly rose when I first dipped. Now I'm getting a little bit of the citral.
The citrus?
But
the citral, okay.
But also, I think there's also olfactory fatigue going on, that I'm smelling it so much that then I'm smelling the other molecules in there as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, that's possible, definitely. Okay. Well, we should move on. Let's try and clear the nose here, because Oxalide is coming up. And that's going to be, for me, that's very hard to smell from Takasago. We're going to move on to a very different musk compound from Takasago, which was recently added to my website. And I can't really smell it very well, so I'm going to have to rely on you, Paul, on this one.
So we're doing Oxalide tea now?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And then probably comparing it with the L-Muscone, right?
Oh, Ben is smelling rose. Oh, yes. We're gonna start with the Oxalide tea here. I'm gonna put it up here. Go down here. And so, Ben, do you smell, just going back to citronellol, do you smell mostly lemon from that? Yeah, mostly lemon. I do too. Okay, so let's move on to Oxalide. I'm going to need a little tissue on this one. Now, I made a 10%, which is going to make this worse for me because I can't smell much anyway. Paul, is this something you can smell well?
No, it's not. It's not something that screams at you.
Okay.
I know. I was.
All right. It's good.
I was smelling it a few days ago when we talked about when we were going to do this, and I smelled a bit of just a tiny bit of cedar to it.
Oh, okay. Here, let's go to the Takasago data sheet and see what they. Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't know if you can hear it, but my husband has an allergy and he's sneezing really loud.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah. Poor guy. All right, let me see if I can pull this up another way. Hold on, let me put my face here. Does anyone out there have this to smell with us? I'd be interested to know what. Oh, good. Okay. So, Timon, do you have, can you smell it well enough to describe, give a description? Okay. Well, I have some anosmia to musks, to macrocyclic musks, so I can only smell certain ones, like Mysoral and Muscone, but I can't smell this for some reason. So. Oh, okay, okay, understood. Go ahead, Paul.
It doesn't smell. I don't have a lot of smell. I'm kind of would wait for it to smell. You know, it's a big molecule, so I would probably put it on and sniff my hand after a while. I'm not sure I'm going to expect much to smell off a strip right away.
Now let me try that. Oh, that might work better for me, actually.
So yeah, on my hand, I smell more musky.
I'm trying to open the data sheet here so I can show. Okay, so put this here. Put this here. Okay, so if we zoom in.
On my hand, I smell a lot more. Not a lot more. I smell more.
Right.
TGSC calls it, you know, musky, sweet, fruity, floral. Those are all.
Well, you know.
Well, those are all notes that.
No, I was going to say, yeah.
Those are all notes
Sorry.
that are.
Shut up.
Those are all notes that are, you know, hard to find. I mean, you know, no doubt about it. They're hard to find. But mostly I get some kind of musky right now. A sweet, I don't know how to characterize sweet in a musk, but TGSC is calling it sweet.
Yeah, so is Takasago. If you look at the screen, let's see, did they put, right, no, they didn't put sweet. I'm sorry, my fault. But you see the structure. You see the structure here is of a typical macrocyclic musk, but let's see, substantivity. Oh, okay, so it is a very long lasting. Would you use this as a base material, I guess, in a
yeah, base, fixative, a base, and exalter too.
Okay.
You know, the more I study GCMSs from production fragrances, the more I see how much musk is stacked in these things. It's amazing. Sometimes they're 40 and 50% musk.
Wow, 50%.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm not. I wish I could smell it more, but
I smell more on my hand.
It is. Yeah, I do too. It is. It's nice and soft, and I should probably have smelled the neat material, so that's not helping because it's diluted. Okay, so what we'll do then is dip the Muscone, L-Muscone, Levo-Muscone, the L-enantiomer. And this again is one of those wonderful, wonderful Takasago materials. And I could definitely smell this one.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's right there, baby.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. Let me pull it up here.
I told you to sell and buy this one too.
You did. Yep. Yep, Takasago has been such a pleasure to work with. I can't tell you. They are probably my favorite supplier. Oh, I love it. This is awesome. Okay, let me...
Just wish it wasn't so expensive.
I know, that's a problem. Timon, do you have this one?
He says yes.
So this is synthetic, but it is a key component of musk, found in musk, deer musk, and then synthesized. It's now definitely powdery. I mean, I'm not sure if I like this or Mysoral better, but those are my two favorites in this category for sure. What, Paul, how much of this would you put in the fragrance? I mean, I know it has a lot to do with the cost, but.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, do you think it's an enhancer? More of an enhancer? Or is it?
Well, certainly it lasts a long time. Certainly it's radiant. Oh. So it could easily be 0.5% or more if you can afford it. Kind of depends on it. It's like it's the great molecule. It's just a great musk molecule.
Oh, okay. Allie, I'm sorry if you didn't want to be on the air. Sometimes people push that button by mistake, so if you didn't, that's fine. Thank you for joining us today. I wanted to say too that if you look at, everybody looks at these little hands. I keep pressing them for Paul, but if you give props, it actually helps people find me for next time. If you give me props, I mean, and the way to do that is to click the hands. So it helps people find, yeah, it helps people find me when we do this again. I mean, don't go crazy. Look, all of a sudden I have a lot. Thank you, everybody.
I'm playing cookie clicker on your hands.
So, okay. But anyway, L-Muscone, okay, somebody's calling in, so we're going to try again. If you don't mean to call in, then that's fine. I just, I'm going to assume you want to be in the conversation when you dial up here. Okay, so, hi.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you? How do you say your name?
My name is Zaldin. Fine, thanks.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you a
He's
perfumer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not speak English, half speak English.
Okay. Okay.
I want to learn English.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay. So,
Thanks.
what we're doing right now, you're welcome, is we're a group of perfumers and we're smelling the ingredients for fragrance.
Please reread.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, Paul, what do you think of? Well, let's see. Should we be comparing this to Oxalide? Is that what you said before?
Only because it's the only two musks that we've got on our list here.
Oh, okay.
You speak very speed.
I'm gonna have to very fast. Okay. Yeah.
I do not understand.
That's okay. If you could just listen, we're in the middle of doing this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, Paul, do you want to move on to the Sauvignone? Okay. So, everybody in the room, we're going to do our last. I'm going to mute our friend here. We're going to do our last chemical, which is Sauvignone from Takasago. And let's see. Okay, now this one actually was a surprise to me because I didn't. To me, it's got that Bushu. Yeah, I mean, I don't even have to put it on the blotter. At 10%, it's It's coming right out of my
Oh, yeah,
little vial here.
It's the strongest thing we've got on the docket today.
Yeah. Had you heard of it before I had it, or
No, I haven't.
had it, or where did you? Oh, okay. So this must have been one that was suggested by Takasago. You know, in the beginning of my conversation with them, they suggested a few items that they wanted me to promote. So this was one of them. Let me just pull up this page here, show everybody. Okay. So I'm going to.
I muted Ezeldine.
Yeah, I muted him too.
Yeah.
You could hear him?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I just muted him for myself, but. Oh, yeah. Ezeldine.
Yeah.
Ezeldine, we're gonna have to hang up, okay? Okay. Sorry,
okay.
we gotta let you go. Sorry. Okay. So, yeah. So this is Sauvignone 100, and it's actually not. It's 100 ppms, which 100 ppms is 0.01%. So I'm selling the 100 ppm solution, and I made a 10% solution, so that's even smaller. That's 0.001%, and I could still. I'm not even putting it on a blotter.
So you
what do you
sent me,
think,
it
Paul?
says Sauvignone 100. So this is 0.001% dilution?
Oh, no. The one that Takasago sells two kinds. They sell 100% Sauvignon or neat, and then they sell this Sauvignone 100, which I sell on the website, which is a 0.01% solution of 5-mercapto 5-methylhexanone, which is Sauvignon, really. That's what they call it.
Okay.
Do you get it? Did you follow that? Here, I'm going to show you on the website.
So
You'll see.
It's still so very strong. It probably needs to be diluted another 10% at least.
Oh yeah, I would actually, if I were working. No, yeah, Annie doesn't like it, but Annie, what's important about this one is if you make a 0.1% solution of what I sell, 0.1%, you're going to find that it has a lot of application in like a black currant or a cassis, or if you're making even like a fruity fragrance, this is very useful because, yeah, I was just describing. Well, I used to use this a lot in peach flavor, not this particular one, but a cassis black currant note like this. So wherever you might want to use bushu oil, for example, or buku, I don't know, some people say buku, I say bushu, but you know, there's this sort of a note again in Aventus. There's a cassis type of note in Aventus, which belongs there. So it's earthy, but you have to make it very, very dilute.
Yeah, you don't use much of it.
Right. It's just a touch, but it does make a big difference. Any of these mercapto compounds. Simone, have you ever used this particular one? Or anybody actually in the room? Not yet. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't dismiss it based on the strength. I would make a dilution and do a sort of a with and without experiment with this, because this particular note seems offensive, but it really isn't at the right concentration.
At the right concentration and in the right application, it's magic.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good word for it. Yeah, it really does change.
I'm using buku. I'm sorry, I say it buku. Buku in my red leather, and it just gives that beautiful part to the top that I love in red leather. But it's like dimethyl sulfide. It's like a sulfuric thing.
Right.
That you use in tiny little amounts. Zing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I mean, even Todd Hewitt, who is making a blackberry, this would be very useful in a blackberry at a very, very low level. And you're right, Annie, it does smell like BO at 10%. But take the 10% I sent you and make a nut, like dilute that down 1 more %. So you have a 0.1. And I'm telling you, you might find use for it. Just a thought. I read a patent that they use mercapto groups to prevent anosmia, which develops over time. That's interesting.
But the mercaptans are some of the strongest things we have to use. Mercaptans and pyrazines and so.
Oh yeah, sulfur and nitrogen compounds galore. Yeah, pyrazines, thiazoles. Very useful in flavors, I have to tell you. I'm really familiar with those, but also mercaptans, you know, and bacon and they're very skunky, but they're very useful because they give a sort of a dose of reality, a dose of authenticity when you add them, even if they are synthetic. And these last 3 are synthetic, so.
Cool. Well, I'm glad
okay.
you smell the barrier
so
current there, Annie. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about what we've smelled? Because we're going to wrap it up for today. I did record this, so I will make it available here and also as an audio version out in space. So, all right, let me see. It was a great session. Hope to do it again. Wait, sorry, I'm having, okay. Wait, sorry, I'm missing some of the comments here. Thank you, Ben. And I thank everyone for joining us today. And thank you, Paul, of course, especially Paul.
Pleasure.
And you're welcome. And I'm glad you could join us. All right. I really appreciate your coming, everybody. Have a great day.
Well, wait.
Bye.
Wait. Who's Island Aromatics? Sorry. Alan. Alan, what is it that you like about this Texas Heart? Tell me about that. I'm going to play Clicky Clicker for you, Christine.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, guys, give me some props because it helps. It really helps me with the promotion.
Couldn't say with certain. Never had experience,
Couldn't say.
but I'm curious. Okay, so you haven't smelled it before. I see. Okay.
So which one? Oh, the Texas Heart oil, not the heart. I mean, the Texas oil or the heart, Alan? I have the Cedar Texas.
It's the heart.
Heart.
Timon says it's very nice.
Oh, I have.
All right, Timon, what is it that you like about it?
Alan, I have the heart on the website, but I don't have the oil, the whole oil.
Oh, so Christine,
Timon, are you
have the Texas Heart?
I do. I have the Cedar Texas Heart on Perfumer Supply House, but I don't have the Cedar Texas oil. So, Timon, are you referring to the oil or to the heart?
I think he's talking about the heart.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, I do have that one, Alan. If you want to, I can even give you the link.
Well, so Christine, send me a little bottle of that Texas Heart, and I'll compare it with the other Texas stuff I've got from the manufacturer.
Oh, sorry, Alan. Yeah, no, I'm distracted, Paul. No, he was referring, Cedar Texas Heart, not Cedar Atlas Heart. That's what I have.
Oh, okay. You don't have the Texas. Okay.
Yes. No, I do not. But I will get it. Sorry, Alan. Cedar Texas Heart. I'm writing it down right now. Okay, say again what you just said. I'm sorry.
I was asking you to send me some Cedar Texas Heart, which you don't have. I will get. So that I can compare it with the Cedar Texas fractions that I'm buying from the manufacturer.
Okay.
In Texas.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I know who you mean. Okay. Yes, Ben, I was going to do a GCMS tutorial because a lot of people don't know how to read them, and I used to be an analytical chemist, so I could probably help you with that. So yes, we will be doing a GCMS interpretation thing. Okay? I'll keep you posted. Just sign up on my mailing list at Perfumer Supply House, and you'll get that notification. And if anybody wants us to do something specific, I know I'm going to get Kevin back. If you guys don't know Kevin, he's another perfumer, and pretty soon. So
I'm just a stand-in.
If you need, you're not a stand-in. You're not a stand-in. So if you have any other questions or anything, just email me from the website. And thank you for coming. Bye, everybody.
Have a good day.